Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches and welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday, September 13th, 2022, and this is FlossTube number 76. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. This is a channel mostly about cross stitch. Every now and then I might throw in some other stitchy goodness like crochet or quilting, but today it is all cross stitch with a teeny bit of haul, but it has to do with cross stitch. So welcome. If you're a returner, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you visiting with me every week. It's how I'm able to talk about what I'm doing and not bore my family. So anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're not a subscriber, but you watch me, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. The whole like, subscribe, share thing, you know, promotion. Anyway, so let's get stitching. I didn't get a whole lot done, and I'll talk about usually family stuff. Usually, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm opening something. Hold on. Family stuff usually comes toward the end, so I'll talk about why I didn't get a whole lot done, but at least not what I planned on doing. With the passing of the Queen of England, my plans kind of got sidetracked and I started focusing on a new piece, which I'll show y'all in a bit. But it made me started thinking about this piece that I stitched to celebrate her Jubilee back in the summer. And I remember I had this little frame that I had picked up when my husband and I were first married, and it actually held one of those little tiny things of our engagement photos. And so I went and I found it in my box of frames, and I framed this. So that is a fully finish. I like the chippiness of the frame. I like everything about it. So I am going to, I say it's fully finished. I need to finish the back, but I want to go to the Dollar Tree and see if I can find a frame with a piece of glass or something that I can put on it. It's a pretty thick, you can tell it's an older frame because the space is pretty thick. So anyway, so there is this piece right here. That is my fully finished that I did. I framed a piece. I do need to actually sit down and measure all of my pieces that I've done and go through all of our frames that we've purchased and just start putting stuff in there. It would make my life a lot easier and less cluttered. Put it up on the walls. Anyway, all right, stitching. What have I done? Well, I worked on my Whip Go piece, and that was on Christmas Garden for this week. And it is Christmas Garden, and it is out of the Home for the Holidays book. I remember to look this time. And here is my whole piece right here. And I just worked on some flowers, some buds. Didn't get a whole lot done, but I did get some stuff done. So that's the side I worked on. I mainly worked on that side border so that I had miscounted on this big piece right here. So I wanted to get this correct, and I wanted to get the little vase correct so that I could make that a starting point, if that makes any sense. So this is the whole thing right here. This will go for weight this week while I work on my other Whip Go piece, which is a Elliana piece, which I am hoping to, in some way or another, complete. And get that out of rotation and into a frame. So that is my first Whip Go piece. I'm going to save this one for last. All right. The second piece that I worked on is A City of Romance. This is by Emma Condon of STITCHROVIA. I got this out of the Cross Stitcher magazine. I don't remember which one, but I do have it linked below. I also have her Etsy shop linked below, and in there it is titled City of Love. So I am doing this on a 14 count hand dyed by me piece of Aida, and I love it when this piece comes out, and I think it's probably going to go in the Whip Go rotation next year. So that's it right there. This is the whole piece. I basically worked all the way up to the very top. This is where the needle, well, a little bit above the needle is the tip top right there. So I have enough fabric. So that is what I was able to get to the top. And then what I did was I worked just on, I would pull a color and this roof color, and I just worked on all the little roofs. And then that's just kind of what I did. Just kind of filling in all these little spaces. Hopefully next time it comes out, I'll be able to do this. And I really want to start moving that way. So that is City of Romance by STITCHROVIA, Emma Congdon. Love, love, love it. Love the colors. I mean, y'all, look at that little moped. Isn't that just the cutest thing? Anyway. Okay, so that is that. Put these on the floor. The next thing I worked on is my monthly piece from Jeanette Douglas. This is still in a hoop because it will get worked on today. I worked on it yesterday and I'm working on it today, so you won't see the whole thing. But this is August, the August block. I am a month behind, so this is the August block right here. And this is what I got done. Not much, but I'm hoping to get it done today. It is Tuesday. We do have Bible study tonight, so I'm not sure with the uploading of the video and everything how much I'll actually get done. This is on a 28 count even weave, and Judy, the City Stitcher, has rebuked people for just saying even weave and not saying what kind, but sorry, Judy, I don't know what kind this is. It's mushroom. I think it's Lugana. I think it's Lugana, because I remember constantly saying mushroom Lugana for another piece that I was doing on this. So that is what I got done. Jeanette Douglas, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm enjoying these little blocks, even though I am a month behind. I am enjoying doing them. And, yeah, they're a nice little monthly marker type piece. So I don't know what I'm going to do next year. I have a few ideas, but we'll see. Okay, this is my cross stitch 25/7 piece. This is something that is on a Facebook group. I have it linked below. It's cross stitch 25/7. Basically, the gist of it is to work either 25 stitches or 25 minutes on a piece every day of the week. So this is my piece, and this is Amid Amish Life. I will be doing the 3 pieces in one piece, but I'm working on one at a time. So this right here is the piece. Nope, that's not it. This right here is the piece I'm working on right there. This little side piece. So I've been working on this every day, and if I can figure out how, I'll insert a picture somewhere. Of what it looked like last time at this time, but this is what I got done. Y'all, I've been taking pictures daily just for my own personal self of the progress, and I am actually quite impressed of what I've gotten done. This is a 36 count blue something or another that I have. Sorry. And I use DMC for everything, y'all, if I don't say that. Unless it's specific, something different, then I'll mention it's different. But if I don't say it's most likely DMC. So that's what I got done. I'm working on my ladies, working in the field. And I do have to get a couple of these colors I didn't have. So I need to get those ordered from Michael's and go pick them up. And then work on that. So I'm hoping this week to just get this whole section done and maybe start. There's a gentleman right here. Hope to get started working on him. So if you're not doing this and there's a piece you just want to keep working on, but you don't necessarily want to work on it daily all the time, this is perfect. 25 minutes and I can get quite a bit done, especially if it's all one color and I'm just stitching. But, you know, if I have to switch colors or whatever, it takes a little bit, you know, I don't get as much done. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed. In fact, in the group, I do have an album that I show it, and I'm probably going to post my progress on Instagram tomorrow if I think about it. So that is Amid Amish Life. That was originally in a Cross Stitch and Country Crafts magazine from 1986 or 7. But I do have this book right here, which I bought this book a couple of months ago. I paid $10 for it on Amazon, not realizing that it was actually going for like hundreds of dollars, and apparently somebody listed this one for $10. But it is in here, and you can see there are several things that I want to do in here. My Gathering Honey piece is in here. The Rose Garden sampler that I'm going to start is in here. And a lot, it's really got, let me see, let me show you a couple of things that I really want to do. Like this. I want to do this right here. The Spanish sampler. It's kind of my goal. My husband, our last name is Quibido, and even though it is spelled very Cajun-like, it is actually a Cajunized version of a Spanish name, Quevedo. So I want to do this. Even though he has, like, you know, that one name is Spanish. I'm having a hard time finding these people. But anyway, a little bit of history lesson. Okay, and about the Gathering Honey, when I first started it, I mentioned that there was a lady that I watched on YouTube, and it was probably around 2018 that I watched her, maybe 2019. And she had talked, I was looking up vintage cross-stitch magazines. For some reason, I think I had maybe at one point found some in my mom's things, and I was just kind of curious about them. And she apparently went to this lady's home and bought a bunch of old magazines, and she showed the Gathering Honey piece. And I remember thinking, oh, that's so pretty. I really like that. There's no way I could do that. You know, I hadn't cross-stitched in, you know, over 20 years. Well, then Merritt Crawford showed it, and I was like, okay, I really want to find this piece. Well, when I went to my local creative reuse store, I actually found the magazine. And so I do have the original magazine, but I bought this book because it had several charts that I wanted to do. Anyway, I couldn't remember the name of the lady that originally showed this pattern, but it was actually Little Yellow House Crafts, which I haven't seen her in a while. So I'm kind of wondering, I know that they were planning on moving. I need to watch her last video, which is like 4 months old. I don't know how I missed it, but find out where she is. If anybody knows, let me know. But I remember I loved her things. So it was Little Yellow House Crafts. That was the one that went and originally introduced me to actually several of the charts that I chose. I was able to locate the magazines at the thrift store. And so anyway, that's exciting. All right, new start. And I am going to pause you guys because I need to get my iPad so I can show you. Okay, I'm back. So as many of you know, like I said earlier, the Queen passed away. And I knew that I wanted to do a piece for her. Something commemorative, something a little bit more than the little piece that I showed y'all earlier, something that was kind of, I don't know, just beautiful, something that would, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But I was, you know, perusing through Facebook, not stitching, because I knew I wanted to do something and I wanted to find something, so I wanted to start it. And so I was looking through Facebook, and somebody said, hey, does anybody know of any of the queens on Mirabilia's site that would do good for Queen Elizabeth? And everybody said the Spring Queen and just different things. And I got to thinking about the chart that I had gotten called Enchanted Rachel, and that is by Teresa Gil. And she has several Queen Elizabeth pieces. And I remember this one that she had made to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the coronation. And so it's from 2013, but I loved it because it had her coronation gown. And so my son sent me a picture. Y'all don't need to see that. Okay, so this is it right here. This is a chart that is was charted from the artist rendition of her gown. The designer who designed her gown, this is basically based on that drawing. So I'm probably going to leave her quote right here. I'm going to leave Queen Elizabeth right here, but instead of all of this, I'm just going to put the year of her birth and the year of her death. So this is what I started. And it basically says, her quote is, throughout all my life and with all my heart, I shall strive to be worthy of your trust. And you know, really, seriously, shouldn't we all live with that motto? But anyway, so I started this. Okay, so I hand-dyed some fabric. I knew I wanted it to be blue because she always seemed to be wearing blue or some, you know, blue of some sort. And so I know she wore other colors, but it seems like everything I'd see her, she was in a blue dress. And so I actually Googled, what's the Queen's favorite color? And it came up with blue. They said that she likes to wear blue. She wore blue a lot. And so I, being the impatient sort that I am, and not someone that can afford a lot of hand-dyed fabrics, I went to Michael's. And this is for you, Judy, City Stitcher. I got me some 28 count Monaco, which I believe is 100% cotton. Yeah, 100% cotton. Okay, so 28 count Monaco, and I dyed it in some royal blue dye, and then violet. The blue, when I opened it up, it had some white spots, so I mixed up some violet, and I'm gonna have a pin in here because it marks the top of my design until it gets to more of where I can notice it. So anyway, so here is the fabric I dyed. So it is blue with some pink. And then this right here is what I got done. Not a whole lot, but it was a lot of color changes. And of course it was a lot of colors that I need to go through, and a lot of whites and off-whites and yellow whites and yellows, but that's what I got done. So I'm gonna work on this some more probably this week. I believe her funeral is it today or tomorrow? I'm not sure. I need to look into that. Or is it next week? I'm not even sure. I need to look into that. But I will be stitching on it. I'm gonna try to maybe pick a day where I can work on it every month until it's done. So I don't know. We will see. We'll see. But that was my new start in honor of the Queen. So anyway, so that's what I have. So that's my new start. All right. Sorry, my son's texting me. He's on a job. He's on a job and he's texting me. Okay. So I do have a small haul, and I know normally I don't show haul, but I'm going to show my haul because I do want to talk about this. So the first thing I got were some Peacemakers needles, and I did get some beading needles because I have some beading coming up in a couple of pieces. So I got me some beading needles, and then I got me some 28s and 26s. Now, I bought these a while back, and somebody asked me how I like it, you know, to let y'all know how I like them. So that's why I'm showing them. I love these needles. They're not pointy, so I don't stab myself. They go through the fabric really, really good. There's no snags or anything. And the eye of the needle is, I can see it. Even on the 28s, it's enough where I can say, okay, I can see this eye and I can thread it. So now obviously the 28 may not be big enough for, no, I think it's big enough for 2 threads. So I got me some more needles from 123 Stitch. And I got me the Abata crochet in quilt, because I have the stitching in quilt, the quilt in quilt, and the crochet. Now, when I got this, I did decide that I am going to do each of the little ladies right here by themselves. And that's all I'm going to do for each one. I don't think I'm going to do the whole thing. But that can change. And I bought me a Mill Hill kit. Isn't that pretty? I love log cabins. I love red, white, and blue. I bought this. I think I might do it something for 9/11. I'm not sure. I'm thinking I'm going to stitch it on fabric, 14 count Aida, and not on paper. So we shall see how that works. But that is what I bought, and it's called Log Cabin Quilt. And there we go. So that's what I bought. So anyway, so that is what I did this week. I didn't get a lot of my plain stitching done. One, because of the new start with the death of the Queen. And the other one is because on Saturday, my cousin texted me and said, hey, we have tickets to the football game. For those of you that don't know, we have a university here in town. And she said, it's 8 tickets. Do y'all want to go? Well, our oldest son and his fiance were the only ones that could come with us. So we spread out and took over all the seats that we had, and we watched the game. But right before halftime, we storm rolled in and there was a lightning delay. So we just came on home, but we had a blast. Of course, concession food here in Louisiana is a little different. We had crawfish nachos, which were delicious. And so we had a great time. So I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done Saturday because of that. And then I was starting a new piece, so I had to dye fabric and gather flosses and everything. So hopefully this week will be a little bit easier. Like I said, we have started Bible studies week before last, and so my Tuesdays are kind of you know, a little bit busier, but good busy, so I don't mind that at all. So this week with WhipGo, I'll be working on my Elliana piece. I'm hoping to finish Jeanette Douglas August block. I'll do my 25/7 on Amid Amish Life every day and let y'all see the updates for that. And hopefully no new starts in September. We'll see. I know I have a new start in October that I'm going to be doing, so that'll happen. But as for September, hopefully no more new starts. So so that's all I got for you guys. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all have a great week, and I will see you all next week, Lord willing. Happy stitching.